Good morning and welcome to another episode on the OTT channel. Well, a little bit tired this morning. We've pulled up at the Oski Roadhouse here in Western Australia. We're heading bush. We're heading quite a way bush. And this was just a little stopover yesterday. We thought, you know, it was 3:30 in the Arvo. That'll do. We'll pull up here. There's a little caravan park out the back there. And yeah, if this isn't the road train capital of Australia, I don't know what is. But I'm not talking doubles. I'm talking quads. Cut 9 ore, and they do not stop. All night long, all morning. They pull in for a burger or whatever they're doing. But it's mad. But anyway, so that's our first stop. We didn't film much yesterday. We weren't even going to bring the cameras this trip, the drone. I tried to fly the drone yesterday, but because we weren't going to bring them, I didn't charge anything. And my 12-volt charger's not working in the car. So that's pretty much the end of the drone for the whole trip, which is a shame because some of the places I'm going to try and get to over the next 4 days are probably pretty spectacular. I don't know if you can see the camera shaking, but it's bitterly cold here. Singlet, come from the coast, it's 35 degrees still. Come inland, I think it's 10 degrees. So anyway, we're gonna pack up the camper. We've got the Minister for War and Finance with us this trip and the 2 kids. So we're going to pack this camper trailer up. Hopefully someone's put some water on for a coffee because there's something to warm me up. I think I bring one jumper, might have to find it. But, yeah, anyway, let's get this mission underway. Alright, so the coffee hasn't really gone to plan this morning, so I've plugged all my gas in. It's actually broken there, the gas line, so I've got no gas. So hopefully when we get into Newman, which is another 200 odd k's inland, they got somewhere where I can replace my little gas line, hopefully, fingers crossed. Otherwise we'll try and find a gas burner somewhere and that'll get us through for the weekend. Lucky there's a roadhouse and we can buy a coffee. With the small amount of drone battery that we had, this shot here just shows you how small you are on the horizon, how dry, how arid and how dangerous the Pilbara can be. Braking down out here is not a real good option. It could be days or even up to weeks before someone comes down the road. So the Cub camper we're towing on this trip holds about 120 litres of water. So that's enough to help us out in case something drastically goes wrong and we get stuck out here for about a week waiting for help. Leaving Oski Roadhouse, you start the climb pretty much straight away. This is one of the most spectacular drives I think I've done in Australia, and I've done a few k's around. But coming up through the Mungina Gorge area here is amazing. The colours are always different depending on where the sun shines, and to get to the top, to the lookout, and to look back what through you're driving up is just amazing. So there's a couple of photos of the road from Oski to Newman. Just had a quick read of the sign there, and they came up with 11 different varieties of where the track should have gone through, and ended up settling on where it runs through the Mungina Gorge here. But yeah, I don't know if I'm a bit biased being, well, sort of Western Australian. I grew up in Newman here, but yeah, I think this is one of the most spectacular drives you can probably do in Australia. Coming right up, I think it's 77 kilometres this stretch through all these gorges, and it's just one after the other after the other. So it's pretty spectacular. People bang on about the Great Ocean Road and all the rest of it in Victoria, but I obviously haven't been up here. It's bloody amazing. These trucks though, they just don't stop. These quads, we've passed so many today already. Harper, show us your attire. Good quality Pilbara attire.
So cold.
It's freezing, isn't it?
Yep.
Is your nose running?
No.
No, can't be that cold then. Righto, hop in, let's go. So I've just been down the shops, got a few more supplies before we head out bush. Just thought, hey, why not? Come up to one of the places we used to come a fair bit as kids when we grew up here. And this is obviously Radio Hill. It's where all the towers are. And this is the lookout over the town. Over in the background there, that's what made this place back in the day and still makes it today. That's Mount Whaleback. Not much of a mountain left, mind you. It's blown me away a little bit seeing it today. You can probably see just over the top of that building there, that's a waste stockpile. It actually towers higher than what's left of the mountain. But if you sort of look into the distance over there, you've got another mine over there, another one here, and way off in the distance over the back there's another one over there. So obviously the Pilbara is well known for iron ore, and there's lots of it. It blew me away coming in here how many mines there were on the side of the road. We probably didn't do five, maybe 10 k's before there was another sign to another road there. But yeah, it's a little bit windy here today, probably the back end of a cyclone. We sort of came in behind a cyclone that just crossed the coast on Friday. What is it today? Saturday. So I crossed the coast Friday morning, and yeah, we pretty much chased it in here. It was a little bit fair bit higher than what we are, so there's no dramas. But anyway, yeah, that's a little bit of a quick look around Newman for us. Bit of a blast from the past from me. Grew up here in the 80s. It's nice and green here at the moment. Had a bit of rain here this summer inland. Hopefully there's not too much wind in this thing for us. But yeah, nice green golf course. Bloody amazing. Amazing from what it used to be back in the day. It's a lot of dirt, it's very hot here, very dry. This is probably next to Marble Bar, which is probably one of the hottest places in Australia. This is up there with a lot of it. Anyway, time to head off, and we'll head bush and start to find some water, hopefully. Right, so this is why we chase these in behind a cyclone, but there's obviously a little bit of an issue when you're chasing up a cyclone, but luckily there's a little track around it. So we're just starting to get off the bitumen now, onto a bit of these little tracks. We're just reading the map here, and some of it says don't take your camper trailer, so we'll have a look at the tracks and see what they're like. And got a bit of ground clearance, and the camper trailer's pretty good. So we'll see how we go. Into it. With the grey nomad season looming just around the corner, the local shires come out and grade quite a bit of this area now. With only a few minor washouts for the most part of this track, it was actually quite a comfortable drive in. Alright, so what just happened then, kids?
We got stuck.
We didn't get stuck.
I think we came across a drill pad and some drillers.
We've seen a bit of pink tape and a heap of tyre marks. There's not a whole lot of tyre marks out here, so we thought maybe this is one we can get into.
Who thought?
Well, you always blame the navigator, don't you, kids?
No.
Yeah, see? The
I'm
navigator.
not the one with the steering wheel.
So anywho, So we've just been on this track. We're tipping almost 3 o'clock now. We were pulling up somewhere for lunch about 2 hours ago. We've been cruising down this track.
And it was closed.
And we still haven't had lunch. It's 3 o'clock because we thought we'd be getting somewhere pretty soon. But we didn't. We came across the drillers. So we've been driving for like an hour and a half to 2 hours down this track. So now we're turned around and going all the way back. And it's 3 o'clock. So, yeah. Did you? Oh, nearly got him. Right, so we've given up on the track for a bit, and we've just pulled off in this little creek. Kids are loving it. There's a couple of tadpoles in this tiny little pool there. So they're into it. Anyway, that's the track there. Pops up and keeps going along the top there. So anyway, the joys of looking for things that you don't know where they are. It's been a long time since I've been out here, and I was only a kid last time I was here. Anyway, ham cheese wraps. Get some mayo, I think. We'll have something to eat. A bit of an afternoon tea, we'll call it. Definitely miss lunch. Getting pretty late in the arvo now. Got to see the sun's starting to get a bit down. Whether it's a bit late in the arvo to be trying something like this by yourself. I've walked it right up and around, and just where that gum tree's leaning over is probably the deepest point, and once I can get through where that ripply water is, it's quite shallow from there on in. So I don't have a real good track record with water crossings. See if I can find a photo of my old blue Colorado. I'll see what shows what happened to that one. That filled her up and that got put in the bin. I've actually got water in the engine of this one now, so I'm going to change my tack. We blew through a big puddle and sucked a heap of water in, so we're just going to go steady with this, let the tyres down, did a bit of prep, and we're going to have a go. My heart is racing a little bit, I will admit, given me track record, and the wife's already said no, but we're going to have a go because I'm tipping Cowgans, which is what we're aiming for tonight, is not too far down the road. So we'll see how we go. Second gear, low range, steady, get a little bow wave going, and hopefully we can just cruise on through. Didn't drown it. How you going there, Kazza?
Yeah, bro.
Wasn't happy about that one, give you that tip. Anyway, my heart's still racing a little bit, but that was pretty cruisy. Just goes to show a little bit of preparation. Drop the tyres a bit, steady. Just probably see in that video that just had that nice little bow wave at the front, just pushing the water out the way. It wasn't that deep, maybe knee deep, but like I said, I don't run a snorkel for God knows what reason. But anyway, there we go, onwards and upwards. One thing is, we've got to go back through it to get out. So we must have crossed this little creek another half a dozen times, and just like the kids, for me, water crossings never get old. Well, we've come across this very long one. Just walked it. We're smack on knee deep the whole way across. It probably, I'm tipping it's 150, 200 metres long, this one. Water was pretty clear, so I could see the bottom. It looked pretty good. So we're going to have a go. I'm trying to get this thing still in low range. Second gear. We'll give it another try. So with my heart racing once again, we set off through this super long water crossing. I'll just let this video play from start to finish and that'll actually show you how long this crossing is. Now this is why I'm spewing that the drone has no batteries. That will be some sick footage coming through that. That's a long way. It probably doesn't seem like it on the video, but you get halfway, the wheels start slipping, and then the heart starts racing. It's like, yeah, nah, maybe a bad idea. But nailed it again, stoked. Just keep cruising. Bloody 4:30 now. I need to find somewhere to camp tonight. So welcome to Cowgan's Pool, everybody. Cowgan's Gorge, Cowgan's Pool. Shush please, Hudson. There used to be a flying fox. Is there still a flying fox? I can sort of, no I can't see something. But anyway, there used to be a flying fox out of that big gum tree there, one of them. All the way down to those rope swings. But anyway, we're going to try and get around the other side. A little bit of a jump up here to try and get up. Could be anything. Oh, Jesus, son. Anyway, here we are. Setting up, no way from home. Cub Brumby. Sick little camp trailer. It's got not much in it, and that's what's the best part about it. Not much can go wrong with it. In the 10 years we've had it, what did we do, Karen? I replaced the battery the day we were leaving to come here. In 10 years. That's pretty much it. So, a couple of press studs along the way. A couple of these little things have popped. That one there's gone. But other than that, bulletproof. Touch wood. Really not a bad thing, a good thing to say when you're out in the bush that your shit's bulletproof. But anyway, but yeah, Cub Australian made. That's why I bought it. Love me Australian made. Anyway, keep setting this bad boy up. Shadows are getting long enough now to crack a stubby. Should have had a stubby about 3 hours ago when we got lost, but we didn't. Anyway, kids are going to have a fat time here. We'll get that pesky kayak out. I don't know if you have seen. Oh, hang on, here it is over here. That bloody thing has made it here. Now with a bit of luck, I might forget it or it might fall off the back. But the kids keep asking to take it, so anyway, there it is. Don't think I'll be going in it though. Right, one of those, and one of those. Probably the three best things you'll get in the Pilbara: beer, fire and sunset. The colours on these rocks. Right, we'll try this again. As always, battery goes flat right at the worst time. So anyway, like I was saying, beer, fire and the sunset, three of the best things you probably get in the Pilbara. And the colours It come through in these rocks in the morning and the night. Once that sunlight gets down or it's starting to come up, that's where the colours come out, and it's amazing. So I'm probably gonna leave the camper trailer here tomorrow and go exploring. There's a track, it says don't take your camper trailer. Generally I would, but yeah, we might leave the camper trailer here for the day, and we'll go off exploring. There's another four or five places we can go and look at that aren't too bad, and we'll take a bit of weight off the back of the ute. It's pretty heavy, that camper trailer, and we'll just burn along. We can get along a bit quicker without the camper. But anyway guys, cheers, and I'll see you in the morning. Definitely going for a swim tomorrow. Did a lot of walking in the water today, but swimming tomorrow.